Hello, my name is Nick. The company I was running is Snow Sport. Looking over the cumulative leaderboard, I was second in account balance, second in net profit, third in market share, third in return on marketing, fourth in customer satisfaction, third in revenue, tied for fourth for product satisfaction with an overall score of 49 and the highest being 81. At no point was I the leader nor the loser of the cluster. I was stuck pretty much right in the middle, struggling to really make any impressive moves. It seemed like one company was pulling ahead in the categories, and then the next couple of the pack weren't far off of each other in terms of results. Marketing mixed decisions. The segment I targeted and stayed with the whole game was the urban commuters, with the idea behind that being I've had great results in the previous game with them scoring 100%, so I was familiar with them. My first couple of turns, my backpack attracted the outdoor segment as well. I believe that's the case because of a few things. The backpack worked okay for them, the price was good for them, and then lastly, as I thought, was a good idea to get myself into as many channels as possible to sell, and of course, one of those channels being the high-end outdoor, so they had access to it. For the product features, I went with water bottle, which seems like a must for the cost of any backpack. Laptop sleeves seem to make sense for the urban commuters, as it would be something they might have to bring along with them to or from work. This was the only things added at the start. And then in turn 2, I removed the laptop sleeve because they didn't seem to care for it as much, and then added waterproofing, which was something they were kind of looking for, but this also made the backpack overall more attractive, just based off the backpack stats here. I found it hard with the options to find something that would work to fulfill their needs outside of the things that I tried. For the initial price, I went with $50, as from past experience, I knew I had room to push the price up and stay inside the brackets that the urban commuters were still happy to pay that price. In turn 2, I noticed I had some wiggle room for some better margins still in the backpack and increased the price once again to $55. In turn 4, the other company that was having good results with urban commuters was MO Backpack, which had priced theirs at $52 in turn 3. As you can see here, which then led to me to then reduce my price from 55 to 52 in turn 4 in hopes of matching their price, which would then potentially put me on the same playing field as them. The mindset was to place myself in all the channels I could that would yield money back, which was the university store, online discount retailer, and then high-end outdoor, and of course, direct. I didn't make any changes to these as I didn't see them as a hindrance, only a benefit, allowing for my product to be seen in more places, hopefully meaning more people would have a chance to buy it and therefore actually buy it. To start out with the promotion, I left my message as smart as it appeared to be the best results for commuters. And then for the ads, I put financial journal ×2, which was cheap and yielded good results. And I also added social media as I hit a bunch of the other categories, but was also good for commuters. In turn 2, I removed smart and added classic. I believe this was to appeal to outdoor and commuter with only losing a few points to the commuters. In turn 3 was similar to turn 2, adding peak performance, hoping to generate more from outdoors. At this point, I was thinking of maybe swapping to them, but I didn't lose much points in commuters either way. In turn 4, removed both of the messages, adding in smart and tough, trying a different mix for similar results. In turn 6 was a fun one, where I removed all the ads based on the conversation we had in class, which was talking about the return on marketing, and it was skyrocketing after someone put an ad for the first turn and then removed it for the rest of the game. And I was hoping to do that in my final turn. I will be honest, I wasn't checking all of my competitors out. I was mostly looking at ML Backpacks as they were sharing the market with me the most out of the game. At the end of each turn, I checked trends to see how I was doing compared to the rest, and then checked to see who was competing with me, ML Backpacks, and then made a series of small changes trying to take the market share from them. Seeing the results of others in the cluster through trends gave me an idea of what I could try and change to hopefully see improvements in that section and generate better results for myself. Marketing plan going forward. For another game, I think I would stick with the same target market as I understand the basic needs for the product, even if I didn't generate amazing results this time. Perhaps if it was similar spot where we shared the market so much again, I would jump ship to my second bestseller, such as outdoors. I think the way I positioned my product was good. I think it fits into what I just said about perhaps trying to explore another route if the two are going for a smaller segment again. Urban commuters is my go-to for me for the segment. because I feel comfortable with them, but I am willing to explore if need be. Product features, perhaps explore a bit more with these in the first couple turns until I know what's best instead of settling. Price felt perfect the whole game. I think it fit well within the bracket of what they were willing to spend. And I think if I saw I was dominating commuters, I would rather remove outdoor from the distribution channels. That way the customer's focus is on commuters, just to see if that yielded better results. And lastly, I think I did well with the ads. Maybe try promoting more and then sit on it and then do another wave of ads for promotion. I think the metrics for the success in this game is the trends, and I think going forward I'll continue to look there to monitor how things are moving along with a mix of checking in on the feedback from the target segment. Thank you very much for watching the video.